Right, well, welcome to Crypto Mondays Chapter Champions meeting, 7th of July, 2026. And we're super excited to get the team together, and we have an agenda today. So let's see what we got here. None of us is as good as all of us, and together we are so much more. All about community. And the agenda for today. So Lou's going to kick off with his usual introduction to what's happening, the latest happenings at Crypto Mondays globally. And then Alan with Agent Mondi, that's making extremely good progress. And then Alberto, thanks for coming. Update from Vegas. He had a fantastic event last night. And Eve says she's going to pop in, having won the football against us, Portugal, last night. So I hope there's not too much gloating. And then Joe's going to pop in with an update on New York. Crypto Mondays Zoom Europe is about to be launched. So Alex says he'll pop in and give us an update on that. And Miguel, who had Oklahoma's first event last night, he's going to give us some feedback on that. And David Fung, he's been doing all sorts of things, and he's going to give us a Fung update on what he's been up to. So yeah, so that's it. I think over to you, Lou, to kick off and give us the lowdown. You need to
All right.
share?
Thanks, Robin. Yeah, so I'll share in just a moment, but real quick, things are good. Actually, Crypto Mondays, even though we're continuing to be in a bear market, we had our 53rd chapter, active chapter, started last night. Crypto Mondays, Oklahoma City, and that's Joseph, right?
It was Miguel, I think.
Or Miguel, yeah.
Mickey.
There he is,
Not you yet.
Miggy.
Yeah.
You know him?
Miggy.
You know him, Alberto?
Yeah, I've seen him in the circuit a few times.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he
Uh,
used to be in Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, looking forward to hearing from him. Hopefully, if he can make it. The 54th chapter is going to open up, I believe, 2 weeks or next week in Medellin. And then in 2 weeks, the 55th chapter will be opening up in Fort Myers. So, looking
Yeah.
forward to hearing more about that. So things are going well, and and a lot of the chapters, obviously, London continues to totally kill it. Crypto Monday Paris, which grew to become Paris Blockchain Week. Now, Mike Lamar, who started Crypto Monday Paris and Paris Blockchain Week a couple years ago, he started the Raise Summit. And it is actually going on now in Paris, and that's now the largest AI event in Europe. So, it's all from the humble beginnings of Crypto Monday Paris. So things are well, and as everybody's on the call has heard me talk about ad infinitum, the focus is Agent Monday, and I'm just going to real quick share my screen, um, and we will be rolling this out. Let's see. Uh, do okay. So, if you go to Monday now, we've made they're kind of two models of navigation. This is kind of the first time most people come. I think this is a really simple path. So you come and you're either an organizer, a community member, or a sponsor partner. All of us on the call today, we're organizers. So if you click on the organizers, then you get a choice of, organize a meetup, grow the membership of your meetup, engage the members, funding options, and others. So you can click through here and really start to see, and again, it's very early, very bare bones, but you can start to see the different elements we're trying to bring together, such that we're all able to grow faster and monetize better. And Alan's going to be talking about more about Agent Mondai and some of the things going on under the hood in a little bit. But that's my quick update, Robin.
Thank you so much, Lou. That's magnificent. Yeah, great.
Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing, just real quick. I want to mention that working on a Bitcoin bus tour, John Sarson, who's a longtime friend of Crypto Mondays, runs Sarson Fund out of Indianapolis. So we're thinking of like going on a 7, 8 day tour, just like, of doing Crypto Mondays, Bitcoin Mondays in, different cities, maybe starting in Annapolis. We laid out one route, ending up in Dallas and doing that, in mid-August. So, looking forward to keeping everybody abreast of that. And if anybody wants to come on the tour, let me know.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Lou. And over to you, Alan.
Okay, I'm going to do an update on one of the features that was requested by a few organizers. Let me see if I can share here. I think this will do it. Okay. We have this under a role right now, but it's the ability to add people to Agent Mundi to actually import a list like a CSV file that you exported. So if you have this My Imports, which nobody does at the moment because I haven't quite rolled it out, but this will be available. It is role-based for right now, so it's just out to a few people. But you'll be able to drag and drop a file here that's in CSV or XLS format, up to about 1,500 rows. It'll import, it'll map the fields for you, and it will filter them against anybody who's already in the database. But then once it's in there, you can select these people and send a message, and it'll tell you what it's going to do, but it'll send a personal note to these people and invite them to join and sign up for Crypto Mondays. So if anybody's interested in that, please let me know, and I'll set up your account to be able to access this. And we're looking for people to test it and see if it's working. We did have to be kind of conservative on what can be imported and how long these records can stay in there. We're trying to comply to a bunch of the different GDPR and CN and other governmental agencies since we are worldwide. So these entries will only last, they'll be purged out in about 90 days. So if nobody accepts the invitations that you sent them, then it'll automatically clean itself up. But it should be a pretty good tool to be able to help bring people into the community. And as Lou pointed out, we have the new navigation system. That's also selectable over in the right here, so you can use that guided if you want to switch back to it and look at it. I'll be rolling that out later today. And you can change your roles in here. So it's just an easier way for people to get used to the application. You can always switch back to the standard navigation after that. That's really my quick update, unless anybody has any other questions about it. Or
When you send the invites, so like let's say I send an invite today and I upload another list, does it automatically invite that person again, or do I have to click on it for me to invite that person?
yeah, I'd suggest starting out to only do a few people at a time and then follow up with them. It is a new domain that we're using, so we have to get our reputation up to not be a spammer, basically.
Yeah.
So people,
Yeah.
it might end up in spam, just have them go in, click this is not spam, and that'll help clean that up. So yeah, I mean you can select as many as you want, but it is limited at the moment. I just have to upgrade our account for the back end mail system, and then we'll be able to send whatever we want.
Cool.
I'll do that later today too. So it should be all prepped and ready to go. I've done some testing on it, but more testing is certainly appreciated.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll set some time up. I'll email you back with a couple times that we can test it out tomorrow for sure.
Okay, that'd be great.
And Alan, can you just say again, what would you specifically like people to do? Anybody on this call, what is it that you want them to do?
Well, for the contact import, it would be just let me know and I'll update your account and give you the access to it so you can work with it. But it's predominantly for organizers. We don't know if we're going to roll it out to other people yet at that point. It might just be on a case-by-case basis, depending on who they
Right.
are, somebody, becoming an organizer. But anything else you can do in the application just to poke around and test things. We're making changes to it constantly. I'm constantly rolling out new features and fixes. So, jump in if you can and see what you can use it for. But I was going to
Amazing.
point out that, we do have some resources here for all the different chapters, including some documents. And if you want to write a guide, tips and techniques on, what you found and what might be helpful, finding a venue or, working with providers or whatever it is to start a new chapter or how to attract people or topics, feel free to just jump in here and add a resource. You can put it in, you can post it, it can be just for your chapter, or it can be, for all chapters and just general information. So we're looking for tools and we're looking for suggestions for tools in here that would be helpful for you and for all organizers.
Brilliant, Alan. Thank you very much. Yeah, great. If you could just jump in and test it, that would be fabulous. Thank you. And I just wanted to check, Alex, are you the Alex from Zurich on the call?
Yes, I am. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
Okay, Alex, you wanted to jump in. You've got something to go to, so we'd love to hear
Yes,
what's happening.
exactly.
Crypto
Sorry,
Mondays
guys.
in Europe.
Exactly, yes. So basically, the idea now is that I contacted Giacomo Zucco. So for those of you, just to give you a quick update summary. So we want to pull all the different Crypto Mondays together and organize webinars around maybe once monthly. At the moment, I'm in conversation with Giacomo Zucco because I was in Lugano with him. He's traveling at the moment, but basically I hope to get an answer for him this week, so we can start planning a webinar with him at the end of the month, normally end of July. That he will be our first guest. We'll talk about Bitcoin, and I also have the next one will be Knut. I don't know if you know the guy, Knut Swamson. I cannot pronounce his name, but basically he wrote a book. I met him there. Quite a nice chap too. The idea will be also to do this webinar towards 6 or 7 p.m. Zurich time. So basically the people in New York, it will be, I think, between 12 and 1. So normally you can join us also during the lunch break. That will be the idea. And so I'm in talk with him, and I'm just waiting for his response from Giacomo. Hopefully he comes back to me in the next few days, and then basically we can start marketing. I will also try to join forces with another organization in Switzerland, which is called the BAS, which is the Bitcoin Association Switzerland. So I think we can also try to pull those guys in, so we really have a first successful event. That will be the idea.
Fantastic. And just a little bit more info. So it's Crypto Mondays Zoom Europe. That's the initiative
Crypto Mondays.
Alex's, yeah. And Alex wants it to be a collaborative effort. So, all the different cities and countries in Europe we've created a Telegram group where you can coordinate between each other, and he'd like to find a way for example, Paris to do one. And is that right, Alex? You want to try and rotate a little bit?
That's the idea. The idea will be that I'm not the only one driving that, so that we all collaborate together. And sometimes, for instance, the next one will be, for instance, France or Paris, and they basically organize it, and we join forces to basically we use the Zurich community, so the Zurich community can also join them, as those webinars actually allow us to be decentralized. So decentralized in a sense is not that you need to physically be there. It's nice actually to have this constellation of different how you say that, speakers that can come from all over the world. I think it's a huge advantage, and we should basically leverage that.
And you've had a bit of experience with this. Are you going to do a fireside chat, or is it
I think it's fireside chat, because it's we won't go too technical. I think I will just discuss with him about BIP 110, because he has a few stories to tell. But yeah, it's more a fireside chat at the moment. And I think actually the idea will be also to see, depending on the speaker, what kind of webinar we want to do. I think with Giacomo, I think it's a good idea, fireside chat, because he's really good. for that kind of event, I think.
Good. Yeah. Brilliant, Alex. Thanks so much for making the time to pop in and
That will
give
be
us that
the
update.
idea. So if you have any you say advices or any idea, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email. I would love to
Brilliant.
receive your feedback.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you very
I
much.
think you'd get a huge turnout for Jack Mahlers. That would be awesome.
What was that, Lou?
No, I just think Jack Mahlers would get a very big audience, at Crypto
He's big,
Mondays.
yeah.
So that would be very exciting.
But does anybody know him or could get him to be our guest?
Jack Mahlers, that will be the next step. But I think having already Giacomo and Knut and people like that are serious in the ecosystem gives us the credentials to then get to also bigger fish, because Giacomo and Knut are not they're not bad, actually, to be honest. It's already a good start. But yeah, Jack Mahler is definitely on the list.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Alex. Wishing you all the best, eh? Just shout if you need some support.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Cool, dude. Alberto, tell us about your celebration last night. Actually, I had a look last month. You also gave us this Vegas thing's cooking, at the moment, eh?
Yeah.
So tell us what happened last night, how you got it together, what was good, what was challenging, what was exciting. How did it go?
I think it originally started as it was the World Cup, and I was like, oh, we should do like a prediction markets meetup. That's how it started with the Crypto Mondays, prediction markets. That was going to be the theme yesterday, right? And then slowly Circa reached out. All right, let's do it at Stadium Swim. Which if you guys don't know, Stadium Swim is like a big like pool party, like big TVs, it's like a theater almost where just everybody goes and watches sports. And we're like, okay, cool. Like, let's do the meetup at Stadium Swim. Great. So, and then this past Wednesday or about a week ago, we had this or one of our organizers, Kenny, um, he got a call from Congressman Horsford, his assistant, saying, "Hey, we see this event you guys are doing. Can we stop by and speak with the crypto community? Because right now Congressman Horsford is going to be legislating for the Parity Act." So then he wanted to come and chat with us, and that's kind of how it all kind of went down in the past week or so. And yeah, I think the challenging part was just kind of putting all the pieces together, dealing with the venue, because for Stadium Swim, you have to get tickets and do all that. So we were just trying to explain to them, what we do, what we usually do, because we're usually at Legacy Club up in the rooftop. And yeah, just kind of all the logistics of it coming together was a little stressful, but it all worked out. We ended up getting like about 30 something people there, from all aspects of the industry. And this morning I think I got a message from one of the guests, and I think it kind of really summarized it, where he said, I'm just gonna read it off now. It's like, I enjoyed the vibes yesterday, and it made me realize a lot of crypto people in the event weren't just crypto people, but entrepreneurs. And that's kind of like that hit well with me, because what we're trying to create here, especially in Vegas, right? It's not a big crypto scene, but we have a lot of people that are interested. They're in town, global, coming in for conferences. Right now, there's a C conference happening, which is like the sports entertainment investor conference happening right now. And so another reason I was trying to focus it on the prediction markets and things like that. So um yeah, I think that feedback from people just kind of coming in, making sure that we're merging, not, like if you want to hang out with crypto bros, just go to a crypto conference, right? But if here like what I think, if we're going to really merge traditional industries, traditional people, regular people into, holding Bitcoin or whatever it is, then, we have to have those conversations. And I'm glad people are seeing that we're trying to merge, different industries and bring them on chain. So I think that was I think my highlight of it all. But Congressman was happy. He was pleased. We had I still gotta get the audio and the video kind of all set up. But yeah, we did about 10-15 minutes of conversation with the congressman.
Amazing. We could probably get some of that out in the media, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Would be amazing.
Yeah,
Right.
I got the videos, I got the audio. If
Good.
anybody has editing experience, let me know. I'm not that well versed, so either way, I'll try to figure it out.
Great. Alberto, thanks a million. I just wanted to know, sponsor-wise, how does it work? Do people buy their own drinks, or do you provide drinks, or how does that
Um,
work?
Yeah, so they gave us like a $500 minimum. I put it down, or yeah, me and Circa, we put it down, but yeah, we're expecting people to just kind of send us Zealous later on. It wasn't sponsored this time.
Got it.
Yeah,
Great. Alberto, thank you so much, dude. That's
thanks,
amazing.
man. Yeah, it
Looks
was
like
great.
things are cooking there. Good stuff. Thank you. And Eve, is Eve here? No, not yet. Joe? Joe, are you Joseph of New York?
Yep. Hey,
Hey, great to see you. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for coming along.
Hey, Joe.
yeah, pleasure. Hey, Lou, how are you? So I guess this is the purpose of this is to give a just a quick update from New York. Is that right?
Please. Yep, be fantastic. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean we're humming along, right? Like I think everybody in this call knows the market sucks in a lot of ways, right? Um, but that means that sometimes there's actually more things to talk about. So, major developments, we're still humming with one of our institutional partners, Troutman Pepper, a white shoe law firm based in the city here, who has really helped elevate our events. So our last one that we held there was in May. We were fortunate to uh, uh, put a deep focus on sort of tokenization with as it relates to RWA.
And just to be clear, Joe works with Julie on Crypto Mondays Wall Street. So the first Monday of the month, every month
Mm,
in New York is Crypto Mondays Wall Street. And
yeah,
that's what we're rolling out around the world as crypto or CM institutional.
yeah, appreciate that context, Lou. And yeah, and I think what we've done is we've grown, and I think Lou can attest to this, a fairly robust, regular, consistent, high quality community. Yeah, that's partially been driven by our ability to secure a lot of guests, like good guests. So May, we featured our friends from Securitize, Kelly Yee, who was a leader in thinking about RWA tokenization, and a friend of ours, corporate friend of ours, Scott Shea, who's launching a neo bank in the space called Next. He's the former founder of Signature Bank, which y'all will probably remember unceremoniously got the axe a few years ago. Um, we had a rather quiet July, right? Lou actually covered my ass last night since I'm a little sick, so we just kind of had a little mix and mingle. We're looking to go pretty big again in August. So Lou, we'll talk about that, but um, a gentleman who happens to be a decent friend of mine, Evgeny Gokberg. He runs the largest DeFi fund in the world called RE7. So, Lou, I think he wants to join us in August. So we'll, pretty that up and, get all the bankers and everybody in the room for that. And then some in, September or October of an event at the Luxembourg consulate, who has reached out to start to build a little bit of a relationship between the tech and Web3 space in New York City and Luxembourg. So yeah, I think those are major updates. Happy to answer any questions. And Lou, please feel free to mention anything about last night as well, or anything else you'd like.
Brilliant, Joe. Thank you very much for that. Lou, anything to add on the New York side of things?
Sure. I think one of the things that's most interesting is about Crypto Monday Wall Street is it's the first time that I'm aware of that the Crypto Monday events have been gated. So it isn't everybody comes, but they're really trying to build a super high quality event that people are going to want to sponsor And obviously, if you're sponsoring something, the higher percentage of the people who are in your target audience, who are really, people in this institutional RWA space, right, the better. So let's have 100% of the people be the target audience. And so, that wasn't how it started, but they've been doing it now for a while. And Joe, I don't know if you want to comment
Yeah,
on
the only thing I'll
how things
comment
changed
there
when you
is the
started gating
gating
it.
was almost, it almost came out incidentally, right? So as we partnered, so we wanted to find a regular institutional feeling home, where it's easy for certain guests of a very high caliber to say yes, right? And want those high-end bankers, multi-billionaire family offices to feel like it's an environment that they're comfortable stepping into. And so, that's based on, I've worked with Troutman for a long time on a variety of investment matters. They were happy to step up and become a partner of this. But they, of course, have their own building rules and regulations, right? As this, top 50 white shoe law firm. So, we started putting the gate on that. And, once we found our rhythm, I think, of what the right sizing was and to how to do that the right way, right? It has worked out well, and I think it's almost become a self-regulatory thing to a degree now, because now that the gating has happened, there is a certain expectation of quality there, and it's almost like certain people of a certain quality don't feel comfortable in that room even. So it's sort of become a self-controlled climate mechanism. But yeah, again, I think it also creates a little bit of air of FOMO too. And I can certainly tell you that the sponsors like it, right? And what I endeavor to do, and sometimes this is a bit of a pain in the ass, but this is about creating quality environment, is go through the list of who is really appropriate to be there on the institutional side, and then just personally invite those people, right? And if, if the quality is high enough, they'll come.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Personal
Yeah,
invite goes a long way. Thanks, Jeff.
yeah. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you all.
Yeah, thanks so much, Joe. That was awesome. And thanks for everything you're doing for us there. That's just amazing. And Miguel, you had an event last night, I think, is it? Oklahoma City? Never been there myself, but I'm sure you guys know all about it.
Can y'all hear me okay? I don't have my audio. I'm
Perfect,
just
Mig.
using my laptop microphone, if you can believe it.
No,
But yeah, had the opportunity. I'm out here in Oklahoma, doing things out in Oklahoma City and Norman, Oklahoma. And so yesterday had the chance to throw my first Crypto Mondays branded event. We did a pretty, um, modest meetup. I found a place that was outside the usual place I go because they were closed on Monday. So it gave me a chance to kind of look around the city, find other options, for to make it a little bit more location friendly. So we went to the Industry Gastro Pub, found out they have a big open space that is pretty much available for open seating, big tables, and they had a great happy hour. That was funny enough, I didn't even realize the time of the World Cup game. So I timed mine here Central Time from 4 p.m. to 6:30 because I wanted to catch the last 2 hours of the happy hour to give everybody a chance, to enjoy some cheap drinks since we didn't have a drink sponsor for this one. But it was great. I had a small group, was able to pull in one of our local politicians, Lisa Janlu. She ran for Commissioner of Labor this year. Fortunately, she didn't make it past to go to the general election, but she's still active, and now she's working on another thing here in Oklahoma. So she was excited to come out to our first meetup. Had another guy who's working here in the state to connect with the state government to help them structure USDC payments. So it was good. I had a lot of good core people that I've been working with and talking with that were able to make it out. We enjoyed, again, some food. I bought some snacks for everybody. I also, have the bunk cakes that I work at the bakery, so we always have a dessert sponsor. So I was able to, bring some sweet treats for everybody to enjoy. And we just hung out, got to meet each other, just talked, and kind of just gave a layout of what I want to do in the future, you know, and what kind of direction we were working towards together. Had some guys that were from out of town. They came to our Bitcoin P or our global pizza party, and so they were in town again, and were able to come out. So it was good for our first meetup. Super casual, super laid back. Like I said, I found a pretty nice spot. You know, we hit happy hour, so everybody that was paying for their own drinks, you know, was able to enjoy at a very small cost. I bought appetizers for the table to enjoy. We had cakes, and then you know, having Lisa Janlu there to discuss some you know, some things on a policy level was great. You know, everybody got a chance to introduce themselves and, you know, just kind of get to know the flow of what we're trying to work with. We also had our team member from Avalanche. She was there as well. She goes by Vanho Vibes on Twitter. She's actually a core member for Avalanche and is now working with Team One USA, who I just got brought into as well. So we had her there, and it was great, man. I definitely appreciate you guys, you know, giving me the opportunity to be a part of this.
That's absolutely fantastic, Miggy. Well done, man. You were actually one of the most on the ball. Like you just got your chapter, you just set your event, and you just went for it. So that's super cool to see. That's what Lou keeps telling me that we should be doing. And so you were a good example of that. So that's perfect. And I think KJ's done the same thing, jumped in and just gone for it. So thanks, Miggy. That's awesome. We look forward to getting some photographs from you and seeing it in the media. And we look forward to the next event. Well done.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely can't wait for the next.
Shot, dude. Right. And so well, there are two other speakers that might pitch up if I'm lucky. But in the meantime, it'd be nice to hear from some of you. So Daniel, you're a OG. What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Hey guys, I'm deep in launching my business this summer. So I love hopping on, attending, and I think late summer would probably be most realistic time for our next event in Salt Lake City. And yeah, literally taking notes from what you guys are all doing, what's working, what's helps bring the community together. Salt Lake City is interesting. I feel like there's a pretty good but bifurcated crypto scene. There's like the Bitcoin crypto people, and it's Bitcoin. If you say crypto there, they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here. And then there's like the rest of the Utah crypto club, blockchain community, that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be interesting to see who's the best fit to pull out to our events. And kind of to Joseph's point, I feel like what's missing is a more sophisticated view on like, okay, what's Web3, what's crypto, what's financialization of Bitcoin, where the discussions are more. There's also a lot of Solana projects here. I don't know if you know Mountain DAO, they host twice a year in Salt Lake City. So all the Solana builders come. And what it seems from my year and a half in crypto in Utah is that we're missing that kind of more tailored, high value instruction, high value community. Like it's a good room
Where's
of
Willie?
people.
Oops.
Hey, Eliza.
Sorry,
Anyway,
guys.
those are my thoughts on Salt Lake
Dramatic
City.
entrance.
Yeah, no, so that's my take on Salt Lake City, and very much working on it, but also deep in launching my business. So it's going slow but steady.
Good stuff.
Hey,
Well,
Daniel,
all
when
there.
you're ready, ping me. I have a couple of friends out that way that maybe interested in getting involved. Actually, you might know one of them. I don't know if you know Madison Asher. He's an OG, but he's out there now and he's very active.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'll want to
Thanks,
do.
yeah.
So I'll hit you up, Joseph. Thanks.
And
That's
Daniel, you
brilliant.
should come on the Bitcoin bus.
Okay, literally, I had another like message coming in, so I made a note, like follow up. I want to do that. That's sick.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Great.
Do you
Thank
know
you.
the
And
stops for the Bitcoin bus? Like the route you guys are planning to take?
Well, I literally just went on to Claude and it laid out like 7 different routes. A couple of them were loops, started in Indianapolis. but the best one, my favorite now goes down to Dallas. So Indianapolis, Louisville, Nashville, Jackson, Memphis, Little Rock, Texarkana, Dallas.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Great.
sick.
Thank you, Daniel. And a couple of new people. So Eric Henry. Eric, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, give me 1 second. Let me turn on my camera. I'm multitasking today. Let's see. Hello, my name's Eric
Really?
Henry. I am launching Crypto Mondays Medellin, Colombia. I'll be launching later this month. I'm looking for
Woohoo!
sponsors right now, and we already secured a spot, so I'll be updating the Luma. Looking forward to it. Excited to be part of the family, and if you guys want to connect with me, just send me a quick message.
Hey,
Super
is
cool, Eric.
Charles on the
Thank
call?
you. Yeah, Charles is here. Charles, what's
Our other
happening in
South
your neck of the
American
woods?
chapter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where are you located, Charles?
He's diving for his mute button, probably.
Okay, probably.
Well, we'll get him just now. But that's great, Eric. Welcome aboard and congratulations. And we're excited to see you with your
Right.
first event.
Charles is in
great.
Sao Paulo, right?
Okay.
I think he
Robin?
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely need to connect because I was just out there a couple weeks ago
Oh,
for a
cool.
Ripple event.
Ah,
So
Cool.
yeah, I'll connect. I'll send him a message. Nice to meet
Nice.
everybody.
Yeah, thanks, man. And Rish is new. Please introduce yourself, Rish. Excited to have you on board. My neighbor here. Probably excited because you beat us
Hey,
at the football yesterday.
right. Hey, Reese.
hey, hey, what's up, guys? It's a pleasure to meet everyone and see a lot of familiar faces as well. Thanks for having me. I'm going to be starting the Crypto Mondays Marbella chapter. Just kind of got started last week, so shooting for a September launch. August is a pretty slow month in Spain, so a lot of people are out of town. So thinking I'll kind of get set up and do an event in September. In addition to what I do with Crypto Mondays now in Marbella, I'm also a co-founder and CEO of Superworld, which is a virtual world mapped onto Earth.
Brilliant. Thank you, Rish. Welcome aboard. Thanks for checking in.
Thank
Wishing you
you.
the best of luck with that, eh?
Yeah, and we're talking with you about leveraging Super World to show where all the Crypto Mondays are around the world.
Yeah, excited about that too, and looking forward to setting that up as a resource for Crypto Mondays in Superworld.
Magnificent.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rish. Awesome. Rich, are you able to talk? What's happening in your neck of the woods? This is your
Yeah,
World Cup. It's on
can
now.
you guys hear me?
Perfect. You got a great voice.
Hey,
Comes
Rich.
across beautifully.
How you guys doing? Yeah, no, so we got Kansas City hosting the World Cup. It's been a fun time. We did a couple watch parties in the first part during a group stage. And then now, like I said, we got Crypto Mondays coming up for July, just putting together some final things. Probably do it at a local bar here, just do it as a watch party. No speakers this time because especially with the World Cup, it's kind of just a networking opportunity for people to kind of watch the games. We'll see who will be in that knockout stage. And then also an update on things just going on in Kansas City, working on some current projects with some local government in the sense of agriculture and tokenization, cryptocurrency, and being a funding mechanism for farmers. Because a lot of the current defunding in the agriculture space, I see a lot of opportunity with what we're doing with Produce Matrix to help the local agricultural space. So been in talks with representatives out of Cambodia and other places as well. So just connecting a lot of dots in Kansas City's picking up some steam. Had Messi have his hat trick game here in Kansas City, which is pretty crazy too. So yeah, just really excited about the opportunities and yeah.
That's amazing. Thanks, Rich. Well done, man. This was you've been looking forward to this World Cup for a long time, eh?
Yeah, I had to put my fan hat on for a little bit for these past couple weeks because I went to some free watch parties. They have it at the professional stadium. So I mean, it's like a fan fest and things like that. So why not go sit in the stadium and enjoy it without having to
What
do
a pleasure.
some legwork?
What a pleasure. Thanks for checking in, Rich. That's
Appreciate
super
it.
awesome. Eliza, are you able to talk where you are from Austin? I can't say Austin. It's got to be Austin. If you can talk, let us know what you've been up to.
Hey y'all. Yeah, I don't really have much of an update. We had our last Crypto Mondays June 1st, and we've had some new people interested in helping out. And yeah, we don't have anything planned yet for this month, so not much to share, just trucking along.
Good girl. We're just inspiring you to get moving again.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. That's all from me, and that's everybody that I'm aware of in the room. Lou, any further things or from anybody in the room to share something that's on their mind that you've thought of while everybody's giving their updates?
I haven't talked to Miggy yet, but Miggy, I've been to 42 Crypto Mondays so far, so and look forward to Oklahoma City. So we should coordinate that at some point.
Brilliant. Great. Well, thank you, everybody. This is magnificent. It's been going crazy. I think we've been onboarding like 20 chapters over the last few weeks. So there's definitely a bull market at Crypto Mondays. So thanks to all of you for what you do with and for us. Wishing you an awesome rest of the day and an awesome July.
Thanks, Robin.
Cheers, everyone.